Talking about the intellectual property scare zones at Halloween Horror Nights and a bonus piece of information, so stay tuned. Hit the button. Let's get started. Hey there, hi there, ho there, Andrew here, the horror host of Generations X, Y, and Z inside Davis Manor, where we find humor in horror, and we are talking about info and insights to Halloween Horror Nights number 28's intellectual properties that are the scare zones. And there are two scare zones that I have been wanting to see for such a long time. Finally, they have shown up and done the way that I really wanted them to be done. So as we get into things, let me go ahead and give thanks out to the patrons of the channel that are scrolling up there. And if you want to have exclusive content, get behind the scenes footage, maybe even have a video group chat with me, or maybe get some rewards, kind of things like the Blitzbolt shirt, different types of merchandise sent from yours truly to you. Just all you have to do is click the link above, link in the description below or at the end of the video. You could go ahead, check out the different rewards that are there, the goals that we are trying to accomplish here. That is the quickest way to help improve the channel, and you can also get a say in what's going on in the channel as well. Latest thing that we've accomplished together is the website, which is the letters UFN and the word rock.com. That's UFNrock.com. It is my thanks to you, so make sure you go ahead and check that out. There are forums, there are pictures, a whole bunch of other stuff. Pretty cool things. Now, we are talking about the info and insights to Halloween Horror Nights number 28's intellectual properties that are the scare zones. And we're going to start off with the scare zone that is called Revenge of Chucky. Yeah, Revenge of Chucky. So here is what you can expect in the scare zone that is Revenge of Chucky. This will be in the Hollywood Avenue of the Stars area, which is a fun zone to have as a scare zone. For those that went a couple years ago, it was Vamp 55, which they just rocked that area really well. And this scare zone has a story. It's not just an area where, you know, Chucky goes ahead and tries to kill you or anything like that. There's a story here. And for those that don't know Chucky very well, let me go ahead and give you a little bit of backstory on him real quick. Chucky was debuted in a movie called Child's Play back in 1988. So that means that the franchise is celebrating its 30th year anniversary here in 2018. And the original movie is a little bit of a tongue-in-cheek jab or dig, I guess you could say, at the collector toys of the 80s, such as things like the Cabbage Patch dolls, which we all know, we all had one, so don't try and mock anything. Don't make fun. I had one. His name was Edmund Dwayne. I shouldn't say I had one. He's still somewhere on the property. Anyways, in the spirit of all the toys and the anniversary of the 80s, this scare zone has the manufacturers of the toys brought back for like a kind of like a nostalgia line type thing, celebrating their anniversary. And yes, they even bring back the good guy dolls, which Chucky is a part of. So that is how we tie Chucky into this whole thing. Now, if you don't know all of Chucky because you haven't seen all of his movies, let me catch you up really up to date real quick with the Chucky franchise. Charles Lee Ray, a.k.a. the Lakeshore Strangler, a.k.a. Chucky, dabbled in voodoo. And before he dies in the very beginning of the first movie, he uses voodoo to get his soul into a plastic doll. Now, thus creating the killer doll, Chucky. Now, since the last movie, we have found out that Chucky has figured out through the voodoo arts out there that he can possess numerous things at the same time. So, and that's in the movie Cult of Chucky, that can be dangerous. So yeah, see an army picture of killer toys basically in this scare zone, all bowing to the orders of Chucky himself. And when I say bowing to the orders of Chucky, I mean that Chucky himself will be in the scare zone. Not a scare actor that's 6 foot tall, that's wearing a Chucky mask or anything like that. Think more along the lines of puppet, okay? Chucky will be there in Chucky size, I guess you could say, and he'll be interacting with his legion and probably getting a little personal with the people that are running around frantically screaming in the scare zone. I personally love the idea of getting voice actors and puppeteers and stuff like that to portray a character and getting interactive one-on-one with guests there. Universal Orlando has really been pushing the whole interactive ability of things, and they're doing that with this scare zone. Is interactive ability a word, or did I just create something in that? I don't know. So let's move on to the next scare zone here real quick. I don't want to give any more information on that because I don't want to spoil anything else for you. The next scare zone that I'm going to talk about intellectual property-wise is the Killer Klowns from Outer Space. And this is a movie I loved. It's also another movie that came out in 1988, just like the original Child's Play. So Metro-Goldwyn-Mayer's pictures, the original, the MGM, the people that did Killer Klowns, they're celebrating the 30th anniversary of Killer Klowns. And so with that, we usher them into Halloween Horror Nights to do them right. And if you haven't seen that movie, mind you, please check it out. It's pure camp 1980s fun horror. It's not a lot of blood, not a lot of guts. It's not gory or anything like that. It's just goofy horror. It is a dark comedy. But the story revolves around an alien race that comes to Earth, and they look like clowns. And they come to harvest beings by putting them in cotton candy cocoons so they can then drain the cocoons later on, drink the blood that's inside. So the things that you can expect from this scare zone. The scare zone is located right next to the Transformers ride, which is on the opposite side of where the Vamp 85's, their scare zone is all of New York, past the Mummy. So on the opposite side, if you've been there, if you've been to Universal, you know what I'm talking about. It's on the opposite side of Transformers. And you're going to see a lot of visual tricks in this scare zone. And when I say visual tricks, I mean they're going to be using screen projections onto the buildings. And you will see things like the big tent that is their spaceship. It will slowly take off. You will also see there is in the movie a puppet, shadow puppet gag. You will see that in there as well. And my dog is really excited for the shadow puppets. Unfortunately, dogs are not allowed into Halloween Horror Nights. So I would just have to tell her about it. Also, other things that you are going to see. If anybody remembers JoJo, the ice cream truck, that will make an appearance as well. I'm not quite sure if that's the old van truck that they're going to repurpose. If anybody remembers, that truck has shown up in The Purge, and that truck has shown up in The Walking Dead. I don't know if they are redoing that, so it is the JoJo ice cream truck or not. But either way, I'm looking forward to seeing it. Also, the popcorn monsters that are there, they will be there besides the clowns. And I did talk about the cotton candy cocoons. You will see those, but more importantly, you will have the smell of cotton candy throughout the scare zone. They're going to be pumping that in as you see the Killer Klowns with their ray guns turning people into tasty cotton candy snacks. And for those that might have read the comments where I had asked, what do you think that I am at Halloween Horror Nights? A lot of people said the Killer Klowns, but some said Fatso. Let me show up this picture here. Once again, Fatso is the killer clown that is on the right. Or maybe his name is Fazo and the T is silent. I'm not quite sure. But as promised, I had said that I was going to give you some bonus info to share with. And this I forgot to mention when I was talking about the original Scare Zone properties. And that is there's going to be a roaming horde this year as well as it has been roaming hordes in the past. A lot of people were kind of questioning, is there going to be a roaming horde? Is there not? Yes, there is going to be a roaming horde. And they are tied to a particular property. So you will see the chainsaws flowing or revving or whatever, terrifying people in the wake of the horde. But they will have a clown/carny element. Now, if you have no idea what I'm talking about when I say that it's linked to a house, you'll find out later on because I haven't talked about that house. But I mean, hey, what would a Halloween Horror Night event be like without a chainsaw horde? Probably quiet, but there's going to be a horde there. So, my question to you is, Are you more interested in seeing the intellectual property scare zones or the original scare zones? Which one do you think is going to be a bigger highlight of the event? Go ahead, leave a comment down below. I'd love to know your thoughts on it. Of course, don't forget to subscribe. Make sure if you haven't subscribed, go ahead, hit that red button to subscribe. If you have subscribed, but you haven't hit the bell icon, what are you waiting for? Make sure you hit that bell icon. That way you get notified the moment that I upload for all of these HHN28 goodies, and I will see you in the next video.